And John from North Carolina, thanks for the call. You are live.
Yes.
Hello, John. What's going on?
Yes, I have a couple of questions. I've been diagnosed as a borderline diabetic, and I also have arthritic flares. And I wanted to hear what you had to say about those.
All right, well, stick with me here for a minute, John, and your signal's a little funky, so if you're on a speakerphone, take it off, or, if you're using a microphone, disengage it and just talk right into the phone here, just for 60 more seconds. What did the medical doctors, what did your MDs tell you to do when you were diagnosed with borderline type 2 diabetes?
Are you off?
Yeah, I'm still here, John. What did they tell you to do when they told you you had borderline type 2 diabetes?
Just control it with diet and exercise.
So all they did was to fix it with diet and exercise. And what did they tell you to eat?
Low-fat food.
Did you have a consultation with, like, a nutritionist or anybody, or did they just say, don't eat food that has fat in it and get out of the office? What did they tell you?
Just stay on a low-fat diet.
Yeah, okay, great. So you didn't really get any good counsel at all about what to eat and what not to eat. They just told you exercise more, which, quite frankly, is going to make this worse. And stop eating fatty foods. Get out of here next. All right, John, thanks for the call. I'm going to tell you how to dial this in. You can listen to my answer on the radio, okay? Your phone signal was just too weak to carry on a conversation. I appreciate the call, and I'm going to tell you what to do. So, right, here we are, right up against it again. I mean, this is medical care in boldface. Not only are the MD therapeutics out-fashioned, outdated, juvenile, and dangerous, not only are MD-directed treatments for chronic disease outdated, old-fashioned, juvenile, and dangerous, but when they actually are interfacing with you in their office, they treat you like crap. You talk to the doctor for 2, 3, 4 minutes, that's it. Oh, you've got type 2 diabetes. You've probably got that mysterious black gene that doesn't exist, by the way. It doesn't exist. You've got that mysterious black gene. I want you to exercise more and eat a low-fat diet next. And, this is what you pay hundreds of dollars a month for to gain access to. This type of nonsense, this type of relationship, this type of treatment. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. I want someone to explain to me why we take it. I want someone to explain to me how we let these people get away with substandard treatment. Why do we do it? I don't know. It doesn't happen with my patients, I can tell you that. It doesn't happen, and I can go out on a limb here and say it doesn't happen with any patient of any licensed naturopathic physician anywhere. For goodness sake, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. It's nonsense piled on nonsense on a crap heap of nonsense, and then it's topped off with deception and nonsense. And a giant bill, quite frankly, that's been padded. Oh, yes, doctor, I'd like some more of that rat poison. Oh, please, doctor, please. Please, can I have some more of that horse hormone, doctor, please? Can I please have some more of that liver poison? Please, I need it, doc, please. We go from the frying pan to the fire, from bad to worse, every day. And we wonder why the economy is buckling under the weight. Well, it's because it doesn't work. Again, we don't have to tweak the insurance system. We don't have to make it more affordable for people. We don't have to dial in the pharmaceutical industry to, make drugs less expensive so we're not raked over the coals. We don't need to do any of that, because even if we did all of that, the startling fact would still exist that MD-directed treatments for chronic disease don't work. They don't work. This is why we have a healthcare crisis. It's not that there's anything that needs to be tweaked inside of healthcare. It's that we need to abandon this type of healthcare. In a perfect world, everyone would know about Dr. Wallach's longevity health recovery protocols. Everyone would know, because we have boilerplate health recovery protocols. Boilerplate. Why? Because healing is easy. Why? Because your body knows how to fix itself. Your body wants to fix itself. Why? I don't know. Ask God. That's just the way that it is. Your body was so smart, it grew itself all by itself from a single-celled organism into the magnificent manifestation of you. We speculate and postulate and theorize that, well, if your body was smart enough to grow itself, it probably knows how to fix itself. And guess what? Our clinical experience bears this out. But your medical doctor does not know this. Your medical doctor is only trained in drugs and surgery. And when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So what's the MD going to tell you to do? Change your diet? What's going to happen if you have type 2 diabetes and you exercise more? Well, I'll tell you what. In 1957, there was a medical doctor, who was the exception that proves the rule. His name was Mertz, M-E-R-T-Z. He proved that he could turn type 2 diabetes on or off in laboratory mice by eliminating or giving them the mineral chromium. That chromium was a nutritional mineral, an essential mineral that was essential for the proper metabolism of blood sugar, and if your body runs out of chromium, you're going to get type 2 diabetes, period. That happened in 1957. Well, why hasn't there been more and more research about the cause and effect relationship between mineral supplementation and type 2 diabetes? Because there's no money in mineral supplementations, number one. And number two, when you cure a disease, you eliminate the profit. One type 2 diabetic patient treated for 30 to 40 years, which is about the industry standard here for type 2 diabetes with their disease being managed, profits the medical industry between $300,000 and $400,000, depending on your insurance, between $300,000 and $400,000 per person over their lifetime. That's a lot of money. So, it's, from their point of view, it's better to manage it than it is to fix it. And here we are, up against it. So, what am I going to tell John to do to support and promote the health of his blood sugar? I'm going to tell him a science-based, clinically verified alternative to metformin.